As much as sexual scandals and innuendo have come to a boil in the last days of Pope Benedict XVI's reign, what is proving equally damaging to his legacy are the simmering stories of disarray, corruption, and infighting in the management of the Vatican. The Pope himself has repeatedly over past months made references to it.
The sins against the unity of the Church, of the divisions in the body of the Church, living Lent in a more intense and evident ecclesial communion, overcoming individualism and rivalry.
The secret documents leaked last year by the Pope's butler, according to the reporter who first published them, paint a devastating picture of an isolated Pope surrounded by members of the Italian Curia who actively impeded his efforts, something that surprised the author.
The Pope's loneliness in front of what is happening in the Vatican Curia, a Pope that was alone and was left alone, a Pope who is a great theologian but who hasn't succeeded in bringing forth his reforms in the battle for transparency.
In fact, Nuzzi, whose book is now coming out in English entitled Ratzinger Was Afraid, believes the butler took the risk of leaking the documents precisely because he believed making them public would help the Pope in his battle to restore order. According to Nuzzi, the corruption the Pope tried but failed to root out included kickbacks on Vatican contracts, money laundering, and influence peddling, among other things. And he paints Secretary of State Tarcisio Bertone as the villain in the piece. It was Bertone who very publicly heaped obsequious praise on the departing Pope at his last public Mass, to which the Pope dryly responded,
"Grazie, ritorniamo alla preghiera."
Thank you, and let's get back to prayer. Many of the accusations of mismanagement center around the Vatican Bank, as they have for decades. The bank, which is not a bank at all, but a kind of wealth management fund which oversees billions of dollars in investments, first attracted attention in the 1980s when an Italian banking official was found hanging from a bridge in London. It was classified a murder, but never solved. The banker had done business with the Vatican institution and its then director, American Archbishop Paul Marcinkus, who Italian police unsuccessfully tried to arrest. Eventually, he was forced to retire. Last year, as the butler's stolen documents came to light, the bank's board of directors fired its president, saying he was not up to the job. Early this month, the Pope named a replacement, but not until Italian banks, citing a lack of transparency, cut off all services to the Vatican, including credit cards. The problem, experts say, is that the Vatican is not subject to any financial controls other than those set by the Vatican itself. And author Nuzzi is convinced each time the Pope tried to change the rules, his attempts were frustrated.
You can keep on believing in the fable that the Pope has resigned because he is tired, but I don't believe it.
Jim Bitterman, CNN, the Vatican.